Hey, hola, my friends. Welcome to Together We Grow Sustainable Gardening Systems. Now, I'm gonna jump right into it. But before I even do that, thank you guys so much for checking in. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed that incredible documentary about us from Uplit. And once again, thank you to Uplit's production. Thank you to all of you incredible folks out there who are responding, who are reaching out. If there's one thing I want you to know about me is that I'm going to take my time to try to respond to each and every one of those emails. So the more detailed, the better. And please don't forget, reach out to me through email or wherever I can. I know it may take some time, but I will surely get back to you. Now, I told you guys I wanted to jump right into it and start talking to you about building and sustaining your own sustainable systems. One of the easiest forms and quickest forms of sustainable gardening to me is the Kratky system, which you can see right here in front of us. Let's get a different shot. Our system, we've utilized an old blue rugged tote 10-gallon, one that you might even just have under your bed at your house, or you might have in a closet just holding old shoes or something like that. You'd be shocked at what you can do with a little ingenuity. Now, aside of having just maybe the old shoebox or the old plastic tote laying around, a couple of things that you one-time purchases, or if you purchase them one time, you'll get so many of them, you'll probably never run out of them because they're reusable. I did use the drill head, use the 1 3/4 inch drill head. So this actually lets me set the perfect size holes for my net cups. So especially when you're cutting out for your net cups, keep in mind one thing, guys. You're not going to cut out a hole this big, all right? You're actually going to cut out one to the inside of that lip right there. So always keep that in mind if you actually have net cups, or if you're not going to use something like this and you're just going to use a pencil and use this to outline it. Just remember, you want to go from that inside lip right there. It'll make it a lot easier. Now at the moment, I repeat, this is a 10-gallon tote and we have 15 full-size or near full-size leafy greens growing in here. And it's just that they're abundant, and I just find it beautiful, and it's such an easy way to grow. Kratky is what we call passive sustainable gardening system, hydroponic system, which means there are no pumps, there are no motors in there, there's nothing providing oxygen. It was designed by a researcher named Kratky in Hawaii in the late 70s, and he realized that if you have a solution, a water solution on here that can provide the nutrients to the plant roots, that as the plant roots take up the nutrient solution, ergo the water, that space that's left in there will be filled with oxygen. So that provides oxygen to the plant roots. And that's a little bit of genius right there, but it also absolutely went a long way. So without having to totally disassemble everything, we'll go to this switch chart right here in the front. And remember when we talked about the net cup and we spoke about the drill bit. Let's take this out. It's easy to remove just like that. Check that out, my friends. You'll see the perfect size hole that this makes. Just perfect for the net cup to sit in. That easy. Another interesting note, did you know that with rainbow chard and different types of chard, that the roots actually take up the same color as the stem on the main leaves? So you see yellow right there? You see yellow right there, that beautiful gold? How cool is that? I love plants, entertaining, educative, and oh so delicious all the time. I've noticed, and it's a question that I get asked often, how often do I actually provide nutrient solution to the plants? There are suggested serving times on the bottoms of whatever nutrient solution that you may be using. And that's another one of the one-time purchases that you may end up making. In our case, we use something called Master Blend. I encourage you to look up. It's very affordable. It's economic. And just one $50 case of it, and I know that seems like a lot of money, but one $50 case is enough to provide nutrient solution to all of our to all of our hydroponic systems that we have. Now, one way that we can tell when it's time to add a little bit more solution or to feed them is by the cleanliness of the roots, because as you see in the water, in the nutrient solution itself, it gets a little brown. That's because of buildup from the minerals and elements in the Master Blend. So what I'll actually do is I'll actually take my garden hose and I'll give a quick jet blast on there just to loosen that up and make it a little bit easier for those roots to be able to get their hold onto those nutrients so they can grow nice and big and healthy. How cool would that be? I think one of the other cooler benefits of the Kratky system is that this can be used, as you see we have it outside on a table, but this can be used inside on a counter. As long as it gets some sunlight, the system's going to function just the same. You can also make your own grow light structure to sit right over the top of this. We'll show you how to do that in future videos so that it can lower and it can raise up and maintain a correct amount of light coverage for all 15 of these plants. What is it, 15? 3, 4, 5 times 3, 15 plants that you see in this little box right here. It's not magic, folks. You can do this, and you'll have folks online tell you that you can't do it. It's because they haven't tried it. Well, if they'll try it, they see that we can. In my book, man, can't. I can't stand that word. Can't. That's the real C word in my book. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that quick little chat about what I feel is the easiest way to jump right into sustainable gardening. It's basically the same thing as when I told you I'm going to show you guys how to get those little old water bottles, and just for short-term sustainable gardening use, how you can plot plants right inside of them and get them growing. It's the same concept, the same theory right here. Until then, I encourage you, please subscribe, join. It's folks like you that make this happen. There's no way I could do it without you. Please check out our videos on Paragraphic as well as our video from Upflip. And until we meet again, guys, plant that first seed and together we grow. This world is yours, and Happy New Year.